I don't know how to edit videos yet, so this is just fucking. I don't know how to. I didn't know how to put this on the same clip as the first one. I guess I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, but I just wanted to finish up by saying uh, it, it, it's a fraudulent statement because the statement is, I have a dog license to my name. We broke up months ago, and I've allowed him to see the dog regularly. He opened my car and took the dog. And I grabbed her back from his truck after he made threats. He began wrestling me for the dog. And took her. I eventually got her back. Okay. Tomorrow you will see that this statement is the only, there is no other, there, besides this line, there's nothing else on the petition that meets the legal definition of a allegation of abuse. To be an allegation of abuse, it has to be a specific allegation of abuse. A temporary order for PFA can only be issued on specifically allegations for abuse. Not, I don't like this person, I think this person's mean, this person yelled at me once, this person threatened to harm me once. It has to be, this person did this to me. This person dragged me down the stairs and then beat me, or whatever. It has to be specific. It can't just be a, trust me, this person's abusive. It ain't gonna, no, it doesn't cut it. It's not a debate. No one can even attempt to argue that. So, with that being said, you'll see that, or you'll see tomorrow that the rest of the paper, I'm going to put it up on the screen, find a way to get it up on the screen for you guys. You're going to see that this statement is the only thing, because that maybe they could argue, because it uses the word wrestling, and it says that the defendant, that I opened her car and took the dog. The way it's portrayed, it kind of seems like, I don't know why you wouldn't call the plaintiff back before issuing the temporary PFA and get some clarification on this. That's not the argument. He issued it, is the point. However, what we are talking about in reality is a scheduled exchange of a dog. Meaning, the reason that she is claiming I opened her car door, she drove there to the location for me to open the car, take the dog out of the car, put the dog in my truck, and then drive away. That's what was happening. And so there's that. And additionally, there was one part of this where during that exchange, after I had put got the dog loaded up in my vehicle, I said something that she misunderstood. It upset. She got angry, got out of her vehicle, came to my truck, opened my door, tried to pull the dog out, and I grabbed the leash. I simply wasn't letting her take the dog from, take the dog from me. Uh, but it wasn't that big of a deal. It just, you could say, just fucking embarrassing for anybody to, it was stupid, but it's not something that reached, yeah, I don't even know how to explain how stupid it is that it's on there. Uh, Unless when we read it again, first of all, she's acting like that this dog's hers. It's hers. It's hers. The problem is, I don't agree that it's hers. I don't mind sharing the dog with her, but I mean, this isn't a puppy. We've had this dog together for years, and the reason I'm telling you guys about the dog isn't because I think you should care about the dog. It's about the point of this, and that this could happen to anybody. And if you don't believe that it could happen to you, you're a fucking idiot. Um, so this idea that the dog, it's irrelevant. The court cannot consider the dog in this. This is not a case about the dog. This is a case about a protection from abuse, strictly. In the moment that the judge if a judge knows that a case is being used for something else, they're not. You can't do that. This isn't like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this stuff out. And the American people have been gaslit for years, being told that you're not a lawyer, you can't think, you haven't, you can't do anything. You sit down, shut up, you're an idiot, let us handle it. People have been gaslit to think that they get a criminal charge and might as well not even look at the paper. They can't understand it. They're too stupid. I mean, some things are so clear that a lawyer, an attorney, nobody is needed. Nobody is needed in this case. This isn't a complex legal issue. He opened my car and took based off, okay, the only other comments are, I'll just tell you. He informed me many times that if I ever left him, or this is on the paper, she's asked to list any past instances of abuse. And she says, he informed me many times if I ever left him or took the dog that he would kill himself. And that he would kill himself. This is, again, I'm not here to talk about, this is a PFA, a protection from abuse. I'm here to talk about this from a legal perspective, a protection from abuse. This comment is totally irrelevant. You might as well just cross it off. And he told my father he doesn't care about the law. Again, this is something that is totally irrelevant. It has no business even being on the paper. And he would take a bullet just to have the dog. Again, specific allegations of abuse is what's needed on a PFA petition to get a PFA. That's what I'm saying. That's all you need to get it, like long term. But you have to at least have specific allegations of abuse for the judge to think that this is an emergency, that this person's in danger, and it authorizes the immediate removal of fucking whoever's fucking constitutionally protected Second Amendment. Yeah, I mean, you can't just fucking issue it off of trust me. So, yeah, that's completely irrelevant. And then the only other thing is she's asked if she was ever shot or gun pointed at her, missed, shot, or if she ever got shot or anything, or any use of a gun or threatened the use of a gun. He never said he would shoot me, but he said he would get the dog back no matter what. He threatened me before, when we were together, that he would harm me. That statement's irrelevant. It doesn't. A specific. Well, this isn't even a section for a specific allegation of abuse. This is it's just asking a question. You've already done your alleging. They're asking if you have ever had a fucking gun used on you or threatened to be used against you. And the answer is no. She writes, he never said he would shoot me, but he said he'd get. It doesn't qualify. It doesn't fucking qualify. And you cannot be gaslit by the government into believing that that qualifies. Because they want you to have the PFA. There's a history of misconduct against me by the Armstrong County Courthouse. A history of gross misconduct. Not specifically by Judge Panchik. This is the only case that I've had involving Judge Panchik. When I say the Armstrong County Courthouse, I'm talking about as a whole. Unfortunately, I'm unable to talk about this very much right now, but you can bet it's coming. So a temporary PFA could the only explanation, if it's not a specific allegation of abuse, you do not issue the PFA. This isn't a go and take his guns for 7, because remember, it's supposed to be within 10 days. I was forced to wait about 70 days before I even got a hearing. This isn't just write something down and we'll go and take somebody's, block them from their dog and fucking, I saw this dog every day of the dog's life for years. And then, the only day that in a dog's life that I didn't see it was the day that they issued his temporary PFA in March. It's October. I haven't seen the dog since. Okay, so the PFA is obviously being used to withhold my dog from me. Anybody that argues that is a fucking idiot. And so, yeah, and then when we come over to you'll be seeing when we come over to the over to when I finally did you go out and you pay to. You get gaslit into believing that you need an attorney, and you have an attorney that doesn't even do anything. Yeah, I paid $2,000 for this guy, Patrick Doherty from Indiana. Wouldn't recommend him. As you'll be seeing in the transcript, he did prove that, for example, in a cross-examination, he said, question, all right, and at that point, you then got upset, exited your vehicle, answer, yes. And went to my client's truck, answer, yes. Opened my client's truck door, answer, yes. And in the process, tried to grab the dog. Excuse me. And in the process, in the process, tried to grab the dog to keep the dog in his vehicle. Yes. Is it fair to say that any contact that may have arisen was between you guys when you guys were skirmishing over the dog? And then she just doesn't answer. So he goes on to say, let me ask this a different way. If you hadn't gone to the truck to grab the dog, this would have never happened. Correct? Answer. This particular incident probably would not have. What do you mean probably would not have? You see, somebody's trying to, okay. Yeah, you guys will be able to see it in the, we're going to get the whole transcript posted. We're going to get all the documents posted in a more an organized way. But yeah, those I'm going to make a longer video and go over it. But those are the main point where you guys will be able to see what I'm saying on documents. It's a fraudulent statement suggesting that this is the situation is not that this is her dog. And we both agree. She is there because that's not the case. And that I didn't agree that she could just take the dog from me. So now we're trying to get and it's fucking ridiculous, is what it is. This is a joke. Yo, guys, you cannot be gaslit into fucking believing this fucking satanic bullshit. It's satanic. It's fucking reversed. Any fucking thing it's fucking Luciferian. That's what it is. It's Luciferian. Yes. If you can be brainwashed into thinking that this is in any way, the man issued a 3-year final PFA when ignoring the testimony that required the case to be ended. It required the case to be ended because you cannot once that is crossed off, not to mention her credibility is destroyed. Once that's crossed off, we go back, we're looking at the petition. From my perspective as a defendant, that 70 days that I just went through of hell because of fucking sign them up, Lucy, fucking get rid of them, PFA fucking order, come to my door. I had the first fucking priority of that court on that day is not about a final PFA. It's to make sure that the fucking one that they just fucking put you through is even legal. Or would have been legal if whatever facts were presented at the hearing would have been presented at the time of the issuance of the PFA. No one can argue that if the facts were clearly presented in the petition for PFA, that a temporary PFA could have been issued based off the law of specific allegations of abuse. This isn't a joke. Okay, this isn't Halloween candy. Keep saying it's not Halloween candy. Sorry, it's not. It's not Halloween candy. Not every Jezebel gets one. The way it is. Fuck. Can't allow it. Can't allow it. You cannot allow. His jurisdiction ends when the temporary order is proven to be unjustifiable. Unless maybe you want to argue that that first line warranted it. But that's gone now. And there's nothing left. So jurisdiction ends at that point. Allegations made on the spot that are not listed in this petition are fucking irrelevant because the petition is dead once it's proven to not have been able to produce the jurisdiction to get my ass in that courtroom. You understand what I'm saying? The jurisdiction ends on cross-examination. There's no point in going further because a final PFA factually cannot be issued without a temporary PFA. Well, what do you mean there's no temporary PFA? Either Judge Panchik issued it just for the fuck of it, or there is no argument for anything besides that first thing. In his 1925 memorandum, he seems to argue, which we will look at the documents and you will make a decision yourself. I don't need you to be affected by my opinions. The facts speak for themselves. I don't have to put myself in danger of defaming somebody by saying something crazy. The facts speak for themselves. I make no allegations. I'm telling you the facts. Facts ain't defamation. Facts. Real facts, motherfuckers. And, you know, a lot of people have made those types of comments that I've been threatened in different ways to get me to stop doing this. Because, I've been trying to show people this for a while. Because, again, the significance is not about me. It's not to you. The significance to you about this has nothing to do with me. It's about that this could just as easily happen to you. And once you admit that it just as easily could happen to you, you then can admit that the only way a fucking reasonable person can say that would be issued based off that is proven to be a crime. So he's over his jersey. And then he goes into the only things that can be, the only thing that can be used is the fucking, once that's dead, you can't go. I want you people to understand this. This fucked up. The jurisdiction ends. Any of you fucking lawyers want to come and argue with me? Comment in the description and come in. Come on the program. Got a fucking table over here. Come on in. I'd love anybody to attempt to argue this from a legitimate place of authenticity where you're going to acknowledge the facts and then attempt to argue it. The jurisdiction ended there. The violation of my rights by pretending that the court had the authority to consider an allegation that wasn't on that petition and then base the foundation of the final PFA on my inability to provide a comprehensive defense to an off-the-cuff allegation that I was not given time to speak with a lawyer about and come up with a defense about. Hello? Hello? You out there? Hello? Wake up, people! I mean, holy fuck! This is a basic constitutional law. This is fucking look, this is not a fucking rocket science project. Do you understand? Anybody can understand this. Your fucking Harvard degree doesn't matter. This is ridiculously simple. Should my constitutional rights have been upheld, I would have called the fucking landlord down there that they're saying, Judge Panchik says, apparently I broke a door down within the past year, when it's actually apparent that even if that was true, it wouldn't have happened within the past year because we'd been broken up for a year at the time of the hearing. Oh, yeah. This is going to make a lot of people uncomfortable. I know you are. Yeah, so, I mean, it's just completely fucking ridiculous. It's a violation of my... If I would have been given my fucking rights, I would have called the landlord's ass down there, and I would have put him on the thing, and I would have said... We would have had him say, was the door broken down? Yes or no? And I would have proved that that was fucking just as false as the fucking fraudulent statement that I went and opened her car door to take her dog. I mean, this is fucking retarded. People. You people at the courthouse that continue to pretend that nothing is wrong. And that I'm the asshole for coming down there and calling this motherfucker out. You guys are cowards, man. It's time for truth. And all you know, all the elected people down there, they claim to be about transparency. Ain't none of you are doing shit now because it's uncomfortable and it's true and it's real. It's actual problems. You do not get to have a bigger problem as a government fucking servant, a servant of the people, than a person coming to you and telling you that their constitutional rights are being violated and that they're being hurt from it and that it's clearly fucking a joke, and you do not have the right to say that there's a bigger problem than that. I mean, that's the most basic, fundamental fucking thing. You know, these guys, it's not personal, but you come and you pretend, you tell me you're about transparency. Give me your card, I email you, I tell you, hey, this is taking too long. This ain't fucking right. It's fucking clearly it's a clear fucking joke. And, you know, I shouldn't be fucking tolerating this. This is bullshit. My sovereignty is being fucking violated here. You tell them, oh, can you be more specific? And it's like, bro, you know, and I sent, this is 2 weeks ago. So what the fuck's Anthony Shea done? And I'm not trying to be it. Patrick Fabian came down there, he shook my hand, pretended like he cared. I told him, I said, my constitutional rights are being violated. Halfway through me saying that, he was paying attention to something else. We're sitting in front of a wall that has thousands and thousands and thousands of fucking dead guys that died in a field somewhere, bled to death, maybe stabbed in the neck, you know, fucking shot and fucking just bleeding out in the fucking field somewhere. All these motherfuckers died for what? Halfway through me telling Patrick Fabian that fucking my rights are being violated or a PFA, he wasn't even paying attention to me. And this is the truth. This is the truth. Okay? This is truth time. This is truth time. A lot of people need to wake up. I'm coming to you from a higher dimension, attempting to help you people out. Because if you do not listen and wake up, you will die. Yeah? You know? What do you think happens when you don't even need, the government's not even going to pretend to care? What do you think happens to the kids? Be honest with yourself. Do you trust the government with your children? Gotta save children. We have to form a militia. The link will be in, we'll get that thing in the description, as they say. But, yeah, there'll be a sign up. There's whatever them guys are doing. People sign up for the militia. It's clear, you know, once I proved that the 70 days of hell that I shouldn't have had to fucking go through, and that the judge made me go almost something about 60 days past the limit to even get a fucking hearing, and then prove that the case ended, but have the judge ignore it. And then I'm going to show you where jurisdiction ended. And there was no point to continue. The judge isn't going to outsmart me on this. We'll be going over the 1925 memorandum. We got it. This is time for it's time for the truth, and it's going to get really uncomfortable for people, especially when we start to really get, when I learn how to get the pictures up on the screen and we start to look at the reality of the case. Why do people get uncomfortable? It's a demon, son. There's a demon in you. Fight the motherfucker. I don't know. Maybe you feel like you're friends with the judge, and or it's impossible for something or the other to. Some people honestly believe that these things can't happen to them. They can't end up in a situation where they go to the courthouse or this case that I'm talking about can happen to any one of you. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter what car you drive. You're a fucking idiot if you don't think that this could happen to you, and that's the truth. That's fucking authentically true. And so, I am actually doing a public service by informing you people that I proved we will not be gaslit into being told that temporary PFA legally was justified to be issued. Period. Unless, especially without the only justification possible was proven to be the criminally fabricated statement by the plaintiff. I'm saying that, it's just what it is. I mean, yeah, you'll see. I'm sorry. Look, I'm not even trying to be a dick to her. I honestly feel bad because really, I'm getting my dog back. Okay, this is what the dog is between her and I, not her I in the court, not her I and a lawyer, not her I and that's not authentically fucking fair. It's not. This between her and I don't care what any of you think. And it's my fucking right to be able to fucking access her to get my dog. I don't give a fuck what she's doing in her life. Why would I want to hurt this person? It doesn't even make sense. Why would I want to hurt this person? Hello? Hello?